Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to my Bajerski YouTube channel. Nice to see what you wear. What are you fashioning today, Mr. B? Oh, there's another eye there. Yeah, there he goes again. Oh, mushrooms. Yeah, he must take mushrooms. Yeah, he must be all part of the all-seeing eye. It's a big club, and I ain't in it. I don't want to be in it. Welcome, everybody. Today we're going to talk about a beautiful oil. Oil number... I can't believe this. I've picked up... It doesn't matter. This is oil number 3, and I haven't even done oil number 2 yet. Welcome to the world of Mark Bajerski. He crazy, you know? So, where's the abundance oil? Let me show you. Get a close-up of the abundance. So, as you can see there, it says abundance. And if you look in there, you can see crystals and gold flake. I only actually added the gold flake not so long ago because it felt like a good idea. Well, makes sense, doesn't it? I have pyrite in there. If I have pyrite in there, well, pyrite is actually gold, or there is traces of gold in pyrite, as the as science has confirmed now. Who cares? However, let's talk about abundance. I'll get back to cleansing later. Abundance. Oh my goodness. You know, I ask myself sometimes what's going on. What's happening in this this world, this head of mine? I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. I have got a beautiful coffee though. No, it's not. I'm kidding. It's hot chocolate again. He's on his cacao. I tell you what though, guys, since I made that video yesterday, it really upset a lot of people, because some people just don't listen, don't want to listen, and never will listen, and that includes me as well. So it's okay. Well, you don't look that healthy. What are you saying? Yeah, you know what that means? It means I've triggered you and you're fighting back now. You're defending what you're feeling inside. But anyway, such is life. We're all the same, really. We're all fickle. We all don't listen. But anyway, yeah, since not drinking coffee, I've never felt better. So you know what? I've got to say, for me right now, coffee is not the best thing at the moment. Plus the fact we know it certainly changes the body into an acid-based body. So I want to be alkaline at the moment. So there you go. So welcome to the world of, if you're still here, sometimes I do this deliberately. Are you really interested? If you are, you'll still stay. So there you go. This is 15ml bottle of beautiful, gorgeous abundance oil. How did it start? Well, I'll skip part 2. Which is the cleansing. I'll go to part 3. So, many years ago, I noticed a pattern of clients coming for the same reasons. I was fascinated by that. How come nearly all the clients that have come today came for the same reason? And I found that within a space of, I'd say, 4 weeks, the majority of clients who were coming with issues that the healing oil wasn't really what I needed, and the cleansing oil wasn't what I needed. What I needed was something to boost them up to a point where their heart felt stronger, their mind felt stronger, they could see far more clearly, and all the good things that should be coming into their life would, with a certain oil that would bring them up. Such a coincidence with abundance oil. It came to me while a client was lying down, and they weren't unhappy. They just felt that the harder they tried, the more things kind of didn't work or fell apart. And luck was mentioned, bad luck, of course, was mentioned. Curses were mentioned. failures were mentioned. And it struck me that I needed something with abundance. I needed to give abundance to my clients. And thus started number 3 of my oils. I'm sorry I skipped past number 2. I'll get back to that on the next video. It's just typical of me. So what did I do? I took my healing oil, which you've seen the video for, and I'll make a video for the cleansing oil in a minute. And I took a little bit from both jars and I placed them into a new jar, which was now my foundation. That memory of healing and that memory of cleansing was the foundation of the beginning of the beautiful third oil called abundance oil. So as per usual, how am I going to create abundance in this oil? What is my focus and attention going to be? Well, when we all talk about abundance, we can look at it in two different ways. We can look at it as gold, houses, and beautiful car, and I don't know, a brand new Rolex watch, all of these things. So I was trying to find a crystal that made me feel abundant. Well, it didn't take long for me to just go, oh, okay, pyrite. Pyrite is a gold-coloured crystal stone, whatever. It's not a crystal. It's okay, relax. Just having a chat. It's okay. I know. Sorry. It's just like meeting somebody who says, there. Oh, God help me. But people who always correcting my spelling. Okay, so this volcanic Mother Nature mineral eruption that is now in the sea or wherever it is, and it's created, it looks like gold. And as a kid, I used to play with this huge piece of pyrite. My mum and dad brought back from Italy, and I used to get so excited, and I felt great. I always felt great with pyrite. So come the weeks as I started working and ordering pyrite and started working with it and putting this abundance energy into it as and when the clients had needed it, I started working with pyrite and realized it really is a transformational crystal. It really is beautiful. It's really powerful. It's positive. It's got good energy. It strengthens the heart, strengthens the mind. I could go on and on about pyrite. It really is a crystal of abundance. Abundance to me, the second part of abundance is not the wealth predominantly, all the good things that come into your life. I want to be abundant of friends, want to be abundance of love. I want to be abundance of happiness and joy and creativity. That's what my oil is about. But the funny thing is, many things happened to my clients that they would come back and say, since I've had this on, I've got a new job, it's even better. I've started a business with somebody and it's really successful. Oh, I got a part in a role in Hollywood or whatever. Good luck with that. But I used to read for a lot of people. So I found that those that were feeling bad and down and never felt like they were recognized and they felt bitter about their life because other people were doing better, this changed. This changed them. And good things started to happen. Well, it was obvious I was going to put in there a lot of pyrite, and there's about, 40 or 50 pieces of pyrite in there. We should put pyrite in oil. Well, I do, and it works fantastic, and there's never been ever an issue, and it's incredible. So calm down. It's all right. Yeah, but you shouldn't do it. Just calm down. It's all right. So, where do I start? I started getting crystals that were vibrant, yellows and vibrant oranges like the burn of the sun. The sun is a positive and uplifting and abundant energy. So I want to get sunstone. So I got sunstone. Oh gosh, yellow yellow quartz. There's so many yellow crystals of abundance. Aventurine. Come on, Matt. There's so many of them in there. Yellow fluoride. Oh gosh, there's just so many, and I can't think right now. But I was just like, I kept grabbing different one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and I was filling it up with these beautiful crystals. So I now got my base oils, my structured oil from the other two oils. But what do I now want to, start to? What do I want the smell? The smell was important as well. So I was trying different oils and all that, and eventually I came to one oil that I knew as a kid. And I always remember this smell. It's always stuck with me, and it was always abundant to me. It always just made me feel so good. It always healed my heart, and it was a one oil that, when I was 17, 18, for some reason, it came into my life. So it was like, I knew this well. I could never pronounce it properly. Ilang ilang. But I think you already know what I'm talking about. So this was the oil. And till this day, after all those years, when I first started that jar, 18 years ago, it was like ilang ilang. A little bit of lemon, ilang ilang. And a little bit of, just different bottles, but always ilang ilang. Oh, I'll just try this one. But it was always ilang ilang. And it has been. If you've known my oils from back then, it's always been that energy. So what did I like about it? As a healer, I guess I was more interested in the effect when I started working with the clients. I always felt I went to the heart, but then sometimes I went to the crown, third eye, and it just seemed to open them up. It felt like there was an awakening of some description. They felt more aware and awake of so much. Their heart felt like it was being healed. So something happened to the heart. Now, this is on a spiritual level. Imagine the physical level. I noticed the physical level when people had come to me with, issues with their heart, any issues, whatever it was, physical. It could be, blood pressure. It could be just like I've got a heart murmur, or there's something, or connected to my heart. Blood pressure is another one. And I'm like, can you just rub this oil? Breathe it in, lie down, let me rub this on your heart, and maybe a little bit on your third eye, and maybe on your crown, and start the healing work. It was phenomenal. And the clients who were going through, I can tell you this is a fact now, my abundance oil has been used for antidepressant for forever and a day. I knew nothing about ilang ilang, but the strange thing is, when you work with something and somebody asks you something about it, if you're really open to it and you don't have people telling you anything, you'll find that there is some kind of common pattern here and there too when you're smelling. I think the healers of the world, which were the women, have that 50 times greater than me. But I noticed with my clients and what was happening with them. So I can tell you this as a fact. The abundance oil heals people who are sad. People who are going through a place of darkness. They just feel like everything is going wrong. Everything isn't right. I'm stuck. And I found that after the healing session with this, and then they took a little bottle home with them and continue using it, something happened. Spiritual awareness started to come forward. It's like, oh my God, Mark, this happened and that happened. I'm like, okay, so I'm writing this down in my book. I mentioned it the other day. I had a book, And a lot of the times there were things that I wrote down which was very similar, which was spiritual awareness. They're starting to see their gifts inside. Oh, I know who I am, what I'm doing. That was like really beautiful. Partnerships as well. That was another one. I noticed when they were using this oil that they were strengthening their relationships. They were moving on from relationships, but creating relationships. So some people are stuck in an awful situation. They've been beaten. They don't know how to get out. And then I rub this oil on, work on them, and they keep the oil and they become stronger to change their life, to change everything about themselves. So that was really beautiful. I can share one story with you with a beautiful man who was super famous. He used to tell me stories about him being with Will Smith and everybody. And, he was famous with, Wolverine and all of these people. So he tells me this story, and I know he uses the oil. I used it on him when I did the healing session, and it was just incredible. And then he ends up becoming a super speaker in front of, I don't know, 100 million people in front of the King of Spain. And things changed for him. He ended up in a relationship and everything went right. After that, I don't know, I didn't see him after that. Things change, of course they do. But I noticed that there was a lovely pattern from using the oils with healing, and it made a massive difference. Okay, so here it is. There's the abundance oil. It's a 15 ml, but I fill it, as you can see, to the top. You can't even see. So most 15 ml comes to about here, but I fill it right to the top. So it's got gold leaf in it now. That's 100% gold leaf, not from China, but from Italy, and it's real gold leaf. So it's fantastic, and that will blend into the skin and give you strength as well. The gold is the sun and just heals so well. So let's open it up. 3 drops. 1, 2, 3. Rub in the hands. Oh, that's beautiful. Breathe through the nose. Blow everything out through the mouth. And repeat a few times. I like to hold my breath for about 3 or 4 or 5 seconds and then release through the mouth. I repeat and do that quite a few times. So, you're helping you see the truth by rubbing it on your third eye. I like, again, to rub on the temples. It's always beautiful to release and feel good. It's really good around the throat, fantastic behind the ears. But last but not least, favourite place is the heart, all around the heart. There are times that you might want to massage it in the head if you're going through a lot of trauma. Massage it in the head. It's fantastic for massaging in the head as well. So what does this oil do once that's happened? You find that on a spiritual level, I think I've mentioned more of the physical level, but on a spiritual level, you find that there's a heart opening, there's a third eye opening. You find, if you rub it on the crown, that opens, so it leads to a really powerful energy. If you rub it on the heart, you find that your heart instantly starts to feel, you can feel your heart beating, you can feel something happening, and that's the healing process. I used to get clients saying, oh, what's wrong with my heart? It feels weird. And I'll say, it's okay. It's the healing process. You're healing your heart. You're healing your heart of past trauma that's stopping you from allowing, accepting, and moving forward. Acceptance is such a difficult thing. Most people think they can accept, but they don't. They only accept that much. It's a hard thing. It's easier for us to give. Using this oil, it brings in acceptance. It's got to do. If you don't have acceptance, you'll never have abundance. So that makes sense as you're working with a client and you're working on the heart. So you can do this, one hand out like this, put it down on your knee so it's comfortable, and one hand straight on the heart. Doesn't matter which hand, it doesn't matter. Some people like to just do it one way, whatever feels comfortable. And then it's a simple case, after you've put the abundance oil in, is breathe in through the nose, 3 seconds to 5 seconds. Hold for 3 to 5 seconds. Release through the mouth, exhale through the mouth for 5 seconds. Hold for 5 seconds. Repeat. So just do that for maybe 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and when you're comfortable with that, you can go into your normal breath. It doesn't matter if you breathe through the nose and out through your nose. It doesn't matter, but you know, the more you practice the breath of life, the more you'll get stronger and healthier. The reason why I share that with you is because you're oxygenating the blood, so you're healing instantly with that. At the same time is when you hold this hand for receiving, it's an automatic thing. It just happens. You receive through the hand and it goes through you and then it comes out the other end through here. So you're healing yourself from this beautiful God source energy. Okay, it's a natural thing. You can feel the inner power as you're doing it. You can feel the fire growing, the flame getting stronger. You feel, with that, you feel inner passion. Something comes to you, like some kind of beautiful energy comes to you. Again, it's like spiritual wisdom that comes into you, understanding, knowledge, awakening, true self, and so on. And you just continue doing this through the day. Now, to couple it, in my humble opinion, to couple it would be a nice piece of pyrite or a yellow coloured stone, and just put it right by where your heart is. So if the stone is here, you put your hand right there. So you've got a double whammy of receiving this lovely energy. It's also entering into the stone. The stone is giving you its frequency, which is also abundance. Of course, I love pyrite. I've got to say, I just love it. Okay, I'm starting to get a lot more into Libyan desert. That's fantastic as well. So there's a lot of Libyan desert in there now. At one time I'd say I'm not really, but now I like it. So there's a lot of crystals I'm getting to know a lot more and wanting to know. So it's phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. If you just do this, you can. I'm feeling it now. It's absolutely phenomenal. The energy, what's happening. It heals the heart. It strengthens the heart to strengthen the body. Strengthens the blood flow. Strengthens the heart rate. You can feel it change. You can feel things happening on a health level, which obviously, once that's happened, you're going to focus better. You're going to feel better. You're going to feel stronger. You're going to feel more optimistic, more happy, more joyful, more healthy. Doing this couple of 3 times a day with abundance oil is phenomenal. Plus you've got your crystal around your neck, pyrite, and you're working on abundance. You're feeling abundance. You're accepting. You're receiving all of these thoughts and feelings. And I've got to say, guys, magic has happened with that oil. It's helped me so much. I'm not saying it's my secret because I share it with you, but it is my secret. I wear it often, and it's not like I wanna. My initial thought when I use abundance oil isn't about having 500 sales a day. It's about having 1 sale a day that somebody embraces the product, works with it, and then feels the healing and love from it, and really had got something out of it. They can't explain why, hocus pocus, but I just felt I wanted to buy it, and I feel better. I don't care what it is. I don't need to know whether you believe it or not. Do you feel better? I feel better, Mark. That's all that matters. I don't care about the ego. I don't care about it's my product. If you feel better, that's all that matters. So the awakening of intuition to the truth is abundance oil. The awakening to receiving is the abundance oil. The awakening to appreciation, acceptance, all the things that are coming is abundance oil. If you know somebody feeling bad and down and depressed, abundance oil. It really brings you from darkness to light. It brings you from low vibration to high vibration. It truly brings abundance in miracles into your life. And that is the third oil that I created. And it was the 3 oils that I kept and just worked with for many, many, many years. And they served me so well, so well. So from the beginning of 18 years, that beautiful jar has, I've had about 15 jars. They've grown and grown and grown and grown to this size. The oil has always been in there. I always replenish it when it's halfway. Never do I run out with my oil, ever. That's the secrets of my oils. That is the secret of my oil. Never run out. Always keep the memory of all of those years that have gone into my oils. And it really, truly has served me well. So that is how I would use it. I would always say to you that your body, your issues, your problems are different from mine and from my clients. So you might want to open the bottle and feel compelled to put it somewhere else. So, you can put it here, put it in the back of your neck, you can put it where you want. But follow your intuition, because your intuition will guide you to where this oil will heal you. Because it's not just all ylang ylang. There's so many different oils in here. And there's so much healing taking place. And on a final note, you imagine how many thousands and thousands of hours I've put into this oil by placing my hands over these oils on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. That is pure energy. And pure energy is something not to be mocked or laughed at, even though many people do. But those who truly understand by way of acceptance and by way of being open and say, well, let me just try it. I'm not thinking this is hocus pocus. It's not magic. It's just somebody's beautiful, kind intention in a beautiful room that is filled with magic and love every day. I use the abundance oil many times when I'm in difficult situations. I use it as a healer. So if you are now a practitioner listening to me, I would use this oil. Not only would I use the cleansing oil, but I would use this oil on my heart to strengthen myself when I'm, in a situation where I know a client is going through a lot of struggle. They might have attachment. They might have, difficult stuff going on. I'll always rub some on my heart as well as them. So the secret here, if you're a practitioner, is if you're working on anybody else, whatever oil you use on your client, make sure you become the mirror of your client and use the oil in the same place. It's just a golden nugget of truth that I learned that made a massive impact on the healing process in that hour or two. Then that's it. That's my beautiful abundance oil. I love with all my heart. I hope you appreciate it. If you are someone who has the abundance oil and you've worked with it and you really have something to say underneath, please send your comments underneath so that other people can sort of witness that the first video I did for oils yesterday has received some lovely mentions, some nice, it's really nice that you can say how it's helped you, because then I can't speak for everybody. I can speak for a lot of my clients, but you also forget a lot of things in 18 years. So speak for now, what's going on now, what this oil is doing for people, specifically this oil, because that's what we're making this video for. Keep it on this oil, and what abundance oil has done for you and how you've worked with it. Do you rub it on your crystals, which I do? If I'll get a piece of pyrite, I'll always take 1 drop and rub it on the pyrite. I don't know why, it just feels a good thing to do. I'll also do it with other crystals as well. Look, I can keep going on all day about this oil, but I just wanted to keep it as half an hour maximum. So I'll leave it at that. I hope you appreciate it. I'll just put 1 link, and that is for the abundance oil. And from there, you can find 2 abundance oils. And underneath that, you'll find 3 abundance oils when you go to markbajerski.com. So you can buy 1, 2, or 3. And that's the only link that I'll put there. So it either comes 1, 2, or 3. I hope you appreciate it. I hope you work with it. And I hope you feel the love and the energy and power that it creates, that you create when you work together as a partnership between the abundance oil and yourself. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful, bright, and abundant day.